How do you use stubbing for integration testing? Imagine trying to test a new recipe but not having all the ingredients on hand. Instead, you use fake ingredients that look and taste like the real ones. That's similar to what stubbing does in integration testing. It replaces parts of your system that are hard to test or slow to respond with simple, predictable responses. This way, you can focus on how your components work together without waiting for external services or worrying about their availability. In backend development, integration testing checks if your APIs, databases, and server logic play nicely together. But sometimes, the external services your backend depends on might be down, slow, or costly to use during testing. Stubbing helps by creating fake versions of these services. You set rules for these fake services to respond in specific ways when your system calls them. For example, if your backend calls a payment API, you can stub it to always return a success message or simulate a failure. These fake responses mimic real ones closely enough to test your system's reactions. During testing, your application is configured to send requests to these stubs instead of real services. This can be done by changing the base URL of the external service or using testing tools that intercept requests. When a request hits the stub, it responds instantly with the predefined data. You can set up the stub to simulate different scenarios, like a server error or a timeout, to see how your backend handles these situations. Using stubs makes your tests faster because responses are instant. It also makes them more reliable since they aren't affected by network issues or service outages. Developers can run tests in parallel without waiting for real services to respond. It saves money too, especially when testing with third-party APIs that charge per request or have rate limits. Plus, it helps isolate problems. If a test fails, you know it's because of your code, not an external service. You can apply stubbing in many ways. When testing API endpoints that depend on other APIs or databases, stubs give you control over the data returned. In top-down testing, stubs replace modules that aren't built yet, letting you test higher-level functions. When your backend processes data from multiple sources, stubs provide consistent input, making it easier to verify correct integration. There are several tools to help with stubbing. WireMock is a popular choice for creating mock HTTP responses. Postman offers mock servers that can simulate APIs. You can also write custom middleware that intercepts HTTP calls and supplies fake responses. These tools integrate smoothly into your testing workflows, making it simple to define and manage stub responses. In summary, stubbing is a practical way to control external dependencies during integration testing. It speeds up your tests, makes them more dependable, and allows you to verify how your backend components work together without relying on real external systems. Whether you are testing APIs, databases, or server logic, stubbing helps you focus on the core interactions and catch issues early.